Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are diving into an important issue, that is teacher attrition in Papua New Guinea. So, did you know that many teachers in Papua New Guinea leave the profession due to challenges like low salaries and lack of support? Let's explore why this is happening and what can be done. Causes of attrition in Papua New Guinea: low salaries and benefits. Many teachers struggle with inadequate pay. Many teachers in Papua New Guinea face financial difficulties due to low salaries, which do not keep up with the rising cost of living. So, for example, some teachers struggle to afford basic necessities, leading them to seek better paying jobs in other sectors. Workload and stress: high student-teacher ratio and administrative burdens. Large class sizes, excessive administrative tasks, and unrealistic expectations contribute to burnout. For instance, a single teacher may be responsible for teaching multiple subjects to a large number of students, leading to exhaustion. Lack of professional development. Limited training opportunities, limited access to training and career advancement discourages teachers from staying in the profession. For instance, some teachers leave because they feel stagnant in their careers due to a lack of workshop or further education programs. Poor working conditions, housing and school infrastructure issues. Many schools lack proper infrastructure, teaching materials, and resources, making it difficult for teachers to perform their duties effectively. Example: teachers in rural areas often work in schools with inadequate classrooms, limited electricity, and poor sanitation.
Workload. According to Doherty 2020, in one of his journal, mentioned that workload is the crucial factor that influences teachers' decisions to leave the teaching profession, and that is the greatest threat to teacher retention, especially the novice teachers and early career teachers. Attrition is the most acute for teachers in their first 5 years. Working condition. Teachers choose to stay where they like, where condition suits them. Most teachers prefer to stay in schools where there is source of water, availability of proper teacher house, teaching materials, and other essential government services like health center and police post. On the other hand, when teachers do not feel valued, it leads to disillusion and dissatisfaction, thus leaving the profession. In that way, too many teachers feel that they are unsupportive in the profession and cite this as their reason for leaving teaching profession. Constant changes to curriculum. The Papua New Guinea Department of Education have seen a constant changes to the education curriculum has greatly impacted the education system in the country. For example, the outcome based education, which is 364, which means 3 years of preschool, 6 years of primary schooling, and 4 years of secondary schooling, to standard-based curriculum, which 166, which means 1 year preschooling, 6 years primary schooling, and 6 years secondary or high school schooling.
Teacher attrition in PNG have several impacts on education. Here I will be elaborate on 3 important points. Firstly, student learning. Student learning. Frequent teacher turnover affects student performance. Disrupt continuity. Frequent teacher turnover means students must constantly adjust to new teaching styles, expectations, and classroom dynamics. Lower academic performance, high attrition rates correlate with lower student achievement, as experienced teachers are replaced by less experienced educators. Secondly, school stability. Schools struggle to maintain experienced educators. Increased hiring cost. Schools must spend resources on recruiting and training new teachers, diverting funds from students' program. Strained work environment. Remaining teachers often take on extra responsibilities, leading to burnout and further teacher attrition. Finally, national development. A declining teaching workforce impacts Papua New Guinea's future. Teacher shortages. Papua New Guinea faces a shortage of qualified teachers, particularly in rural areas where teacher attrition rates are high. Policy adjustments. The government has attempted reforms such as improving salaries and working conditions, but challenges persist. Disparities in education quality. Schools in remote areas struggle to more with teacher retention, exacerbating educational inequalities. Here are some possible solutions to teacher attrition. Better compensation, advocating for salary increases and benefits. Improve working conditions, invest in teacher housing and school facilities. Professional development, providing ongoing training and support. Policy changes, government initiatives to retain teachers.
The government to emphasize and implement the policy that should recognize that once a teacher is assisted through the study with pay program to pursue further studies, that will attract and retain more teachers in classroom. To retain such teacher in the classroom, his pay and other conditions of service must be raised to level commensurate with his newly acquired skills. It is not necessary to assist teachers to acquire new skills, but the ultimate should be to have them well trained and motivated. The study leave with payment system must be complemented by other policies that motivate teachers to stay in classrooms, especially for rural areas where social amenities are very poor or non-existent. Teachers refusing the posting to areas. where they have very limited opportunity for personal development, while the government working on that. Those teachers who particularly accepted the posting to areas should be compensated very well in a more significant way. For the scheme to work and for the education system to retain teachers in deprived communities, those teachers must see significant differences between their pay and that of other teachers. Within the strategy of government on how best the government could retain teachers, remain in the teaching profession, the government should encouraging measures including an entitlement to 2 years package of structured training and support for teachers, especially for casual and new career teachers. This will help teachers retention in classroom for being disillusioned from their field of profession.
To summarize, teacher attrition is a serious issue, but with the right policy and support, we can improve the situation. So, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insightful content like this.